it's nice to have, but it's redundant. And the way the map is played right now, you don't want to rely on stacking and farming with Empower. These teams are so good at invading stacks if you lose your lane.
Probably, I would say, just we saw Vlad's in the previous series. Insania is going to drop here. Blink Dagger. I'm not sure about the auras. Maybe it's an okay game for a pipe, but nothing too crazy.
But the chances may be only with overextension. That's kind of what happened there to Kataomi. Pure's had some great performances. He had looked shaky early, but now they've got the Dispose, and the Sprout is around Saberlight. He'll die. I thought maybe they'd have the damage boon. You're not able to put more onto the Muerta. They just could not get that kill, and you can see what they're able to accomplish when locking up that Tide. Been too easy for him, but he heals up a little bit. The Muerta kind of having free reign up in that top
ready
lane.
For the skewer back. Nikkei's underneath the tower.
Yeah, that's problematic for this Shadow Fiend. Should be a kill. Will be. The pressure from these lanes on BetBoom. You always have, as long as teleportation is available for Kataomi, you always have plus numbers if you need them. But again, they go for Pure. They hit that dead shot. They throw down the calling. And they'll have that Sprout for Saberlight. They just need to be able to get this kill, and unfortunately they don't have the damage, but Saberlight still wants to stay in the lane and throw a gush through. As meanwhile, Nisha goes down to GPK, and BetBoom, they are finding a lot of success in this early goings, as they'll lose Boxy after the rebound, and Saberlight's going to have to back out, as he is not really feeling that comfortable. So I wouldn't be surprised to see BetBoom play aggressive in a couple minutes. Saberlight, I say play aggressive in a couple minutes, but look at that. I mean, they just clean up Saberlight. He's supposed to be this tanky Tide, and
he's not.
Yeah, not even. Ooh, sweep on over and potentially go and swipe these stacks. Both teams will have obs on it, and they are going to TP in GPK, but he might be the one who's in trouble. Nisha.
That is level 1 Searing Chains.
He's there. They got the Tombstone. Kataomi's here. Boxy, he's trying to show up, trying to help out, but do you go after the Nature's Prophet? GPK is the target. They'll rebound, they'll pick me up, but they've got themselves the Skewer, and Ember has to bail. Neutrals get the kill on Kataomi as Mickey comes in to try and steal some of these stacks. They'll also have Nisha re-engaging into the fight. Saberlight here at level 6. They'll find themselves a Shadow Demon. Saves dead 2, but 2 heroes die on BetBoom. Only 1 dies to a hero, and then they'll start to swipe all these stacks. They'll have some help. Kataomi thinking about TPing in. Saberlight shows. Disruption is there. Save. He's up on the high ground. Throwing the Shadow Poison out, and this smoke from Liquid doesn't exactly connect too well. Link into the RP. Skewer back. They should have the calling for the silence, and Nisha gets taken out by Pure. They responded in a lot of numbers here for BetBoom.
With Pierce Veil damage, Ember thinking about jumping in. Nisha.
They'll find Save, but he's got Disruption for a moment. Miero's looking for the blink into the RP. He finds 2. He's got the Shockwave, then the Skewer back onto the tier 2 tower. Ravage is used, hits on 3. They'll use the Unleash. They'll try to get the damage out. They'll dispose. Miero save. Pure all falling. 4, 5 heroes gone. Whoa, Liquid coming out of nowhere.
Down the river, trying to make something happen.
Disruption, Pure, Deadshot connects, piercing the veil, has the calling, the silences are all connecting. And Pure getting a kill onto Nisha with the help of Save, so something back for the side of BetBoom.
Very easy Roche, damage amplification from Undying. Have zombie spawning, GPK. He's forcing a BKB out of him. No TP available. Box is gonna chase him.
Why not, right? He's still going forward, and now they're going to turn Kataomi in, but GPK needs to be careful. The damage, ooh, the jump, and he gets the kill to GPK before he dies. So a Blade Mail from Nisha, and he will burn out Kataomi. Boxy persistent, and the persistence pays off.
Like 150, maybe even 200 distance away from getting the Skewer back this time. He
Good
gets
Shockwave, good Skewer, but the RP, oh!
Boxy.
The pick me up out of the RP. Quite the save, quite the jump, and then they got the save, and they'll also kill Save.
Oh man, Boxy. I'm just getting some flashbacks during the last Dream League when they were playing with Tuna. He was playing Marcy, and Tuna was playing a lot of Luna, and he bailed him out of the trouble so many times.
Unleash
Blade Mail.
and Blade Mail.
Multiple Blade Mails.
It will stop him for a second, but Boxy has the rebound now on a GPK. Ooh. Boxy dead to Kataomi, and then Nisha breaks the smoke of GPK, and immediately a ball lightning, but the Remnant out. And that means that smoke, they are aware of it. And they start to back up, and Insania staying towards the front, maybe trying to bait them in a little bit. Pure's going to be up out of the high ground. GPK goes inside of his Searing Chains, goes to the BKB. They go to the RP. They find themselves Mickey. I said he hasn't died, and I jinxed him immediately. They get that kill out of the Shadow Fiend. They'll look over at Insania. Pure doing a lot of damage, but they're right on top of it. There's the Ravage right into the face of Pure. They have the disruption, they have the control, they hit the two heroes that they needed to control. Bing bong, they got him, and Kataomi is gonna die too. Liquid, despite losing the Shadow Fiend, that Ravage connects, and that makes sure that they can get the kill into the Muerta, and the carry is gone from BetBoom.
Considering how they itemized, maybe they can try to kill, and there it is, Aghanim Scepter being delivered on save. Maybe they can try to kill Tidehunter with the break.
Maybe. BKB pierce the veil, but when they pull back the veil, they find a very vulnerable Pure, no longer having this BKB. And with the gush hitting and the damage there, they take out this Muerta again. Save with the axe, goes after at least this Marcy, who will die to save. Trying to rebound out. Horn toss and the skewer back into the base. RP committed. That's another kill here for BetBoom. Starting to chip away at the options for Liquid, but another Remnant forward. Miero's gonna die. He's got buyback, but will he use it? He doesn't have RP anyway. Sprout thinking about the Requiem. That lands, hits GPK. Do they have the control? They got the kill on a save. They've taken out another, but it's time for Liquid to retreat. They don't have a lot left. No Requiem, but they're feeling pretty confident on Ember. There's that Remnant away as they'll start to retreat from the BetBoom base. Even more control here for Liquid as they are looking to use this Aegis to break the high ground, potentially win the game if the fight is right.
Miero wants to jump in.
Horn toss, but side of his Searing Chains.
Got him.
Well done.
Mickey and Nisha. Saberlight ready to jump in.
Trying to make a move, GPK. Ball lightning, but the gush, it lands on a Kataomi. They'll use that Requiem. Save is dead, and this high ground is going to be pierced. The creep wave's not pushing him bottom, but I don't know if that's really going to matter. They still have an Aegis, still Ravage, but only hitting on a save. GPK is going to go with the BKB, and so is Pure with the BKB as well as Pierce the Veil. They got the kill on Insania, as well as Saberlight. Kataomi dead. Last shot in from Mickey. RP used. Pure ends up gone. He'll buy back. They'll look to get the kill here on Anisha. But do they have enough? No, he's able to Remnant with the ball landing from GPK. He's got himself the Vortex. They'll drop him off right in front of GPK. They get the kill to Miero.
20 seconds on Aegis.
Nisha.
Save.
This is a disruption on a Mickey, but they'll use that Aegis. It's an ultra kill for the Shadow Fiend. Buybacks aplenty, but can Mickey get anything else? They've got the Vortex, they have the control, and they'll get him a second time. Oh, the jump back in with the Marcy. Pure
they want to close it out.
He's
GPK,
dead.
no
2
mana.
minutes gone, and it's just GPK that's going to be alive. He's the only one standing between Liquid in the way of finishing this game, and he will die. GG is called. Liquid take game 1.
I love when teams realize that they can close out the game, seeing that the enemy team did buy back, so they kind of risk it one by one. Slowly, they're getting back into the fight, and we haven't seen those RPs like landing on multiple heroes. No real skewer backs into the tier 4 towers.
Takes a lot of like balls, to be honest with you, but it is a game-winning decision. This game could have gone the distance if it didn't just end right there.
If like a single hero didn't buy back in the...
They might be wanting to use their element of surprise. It will be an Ember though. That's not surprising then.
This was a funny draft, I gotta say.
I mean, BetBoom made it funny. I don't think Liquid did anything overly funny here.
The fast that gives him mana whenever he attacks, but it also means that your Diabolic Edict deals damage to the tower. So maybe BetBoom team wants to speed things up a little bit. Go for these towers, group up with Omni Knight, and try to put more pressure onto Liquid. Insania
dropping for first blood again. Figgy dropped for first blood in the previous game, and they were able to get this with Save and Miero. Omni Knight we've seen in the carry role. We saw Ame play this at one point. And Carry Quap is dead. That was a lot of damage all of a sudden from half health to no health.
And also, I want to see which type of a build Mickey will go for in
Top lane, Boxy in trouble, but so is the Leshrac. Starbreaker hits. This Shadow Shaman will not get out. Now the chase is on a Saberlight. Already 3-0 in favor of BetBoom Team. They're going to chase this Dawnbreaker all the way back to the tower. The damage is close to getting a kill, but just not enough. Just not enjoying the constant harassment that's coming through. Shadow Shaman, one of those heroes that normally gives you a lot of kill threat, but for now in the lane, it is definitely not feeling that way. However, they turned that idea around by getting not only Pure's Courier, but Kataomi there too. So it didn't feel like they were having that kill threat, but they dive the tier 1 and go in.
Well, nicely done by Liquid. They spent a lot of gold onto consumables. Nisha will pick up this water rune.
Ooh, they also got Pure top. Committing under the tower. I said they weren't showing the kill threat, and immediately they make me eat my words. They get those kills, and Sanya's here looking over for GPK, and he's got that curveball facet. GPK with this should be able to get close to having that level 6 and having that Dream Coil available. Net onto Saberlight. They've got 3 heroes here top. That Earth Spike connects, but the Shackle onto the Leshrac, it's not making the initial difference, and then Pure let go, and we'll end up getting the kill on a Saberlight. Looking over at Boxy, they will find a second, and Kataomi gets credit for the other half. Save not really worrying about the non-impetus damage that comes through from the Enchantress early on, but with an amplified damage, you can find Save, and you look at how quickly you're able to get that damage out. Searing Chains as well as one slight Earth Spike under the tower, but it doesn't matter. Boxy with the Ether Shot gets the kill on a save.
2 supports playing with Nisha.
The Sight and the Searing Chains with the Hex. They've got the Shackle to follow it up, and the right-click damage is there, especially with that amplified damage. And they get GPK, who knew these heroes were around.
I guess he was not expecting this type of a damage to come out. Chicken Fingers, Hex into Chicken Fingers, into Shackles, 2 points in it. Oh, they might get the XP rune because of this. Boxy is far away. They are deeping in, though.
Ooh, they got Mickey. They got him, and now they'll get the Shrine.
He's fine with this one.
Happy to give it up. And Saberlight gets the kill on a Kataomi, and they will pick up the other Shrine.
Save will get early level 6 on Lion, and he is playing Fist of Death facet. He got the stun. Oh, they're stacked the stuns.
Yeah, but I don't know if it matters. You've got the Hex, and now Sword Guardian kept him alive, and now Mickey, can he get back in and get a kill here? Doesn't want to really jump in and dive too far with the low health that he had, but he popped a salve, and now they turn it. They've got the Ether Shock, and now the Shackle. Dream Coil used onto 2, but Boxy's still alive. They're going to bring over the Ember.
Still fighting.
Arrow's still fighting Mickey. Saberlight behind him. Illusory Orb just misses the mark. GPK is here for the
Sonic Wave.
high ground. Sonic Wave now lands. They've got the Shackles
Oh, what a
onto
fight from Liquid.
GPK. Oh, Liquid.
It all
Getting away with
started
murder.
because they stacked those stuns. I guess he was not... Pure was not thinking that there's going to be stun coming out from Save, even though he does land it.
Gets into some darkness. He goes towards the Lotus. He'll be able to maybe get away by the Sleight of Fist, as well as the Searing Chains. That's some control. Earth Spike and a Remnant forward. Save trying to survive, but even on the high ground isn't able to get away. There's nothing really that could help him escape once they saw him. Top of the net worth for the Omni Knight by a decent amount of gold.
I thought Omni Knight's going to be picked more. This hero looked very strong from the safe lane, from the off lane as well. Gives you really good scaling.
Coil snapping it.
Himself.
Oh, gosh.
Not much he can do about it.
No, not really. And then they got the Hex, the Net, and the Reel in. He just came back alive, and even with the Shackle, Boxy, he's gonna die. Given some Kaka vibes with this,
Yeah,
this
I mean,
Lion.
there's Shadow Shaman on one side, Lion on the other side. It's all about the control. GPK doesn't have much mana to work with. Does have 4 Magic Wand charges.
Illusory Orb, Remnant with it.
Very nice read. Again,
it's a good read into a Earth Spike. Doesn't matter. Who does he want to go for? Ketaomi's off to the other side. They're actually getting baited here by an illusion to chase.
Ketaomi denies it.
Nisha now running back, Pure going in. Finds the slow. They have the net. They'll hit the real lane, but now they've got the Solar Guardian. He gets pulled into that. They have the Shackles. They look over at Pure. They get the kill.
Nisha.
Low Song.
Oh.
They should have him. But I say should because I am wrong. He could go north and potentially find Pure. He doesn't have a lot of life. This could be very devastating. Pure. Remnant coming through. They have the Hex and another kill onto the Leshrac. This Pure Leshrac just not looking nearly as good as the GPK Leshrac.
No, I mean, he also got relatively shut down. They're going to smoke up. I would still love somebody on Liquid.
Oh, finding Leshrac.
This is a quick one.
Speaking of Pure and speaking of his survivability, he just does not feel comfortable on the map. Minute faster than average. Blink forward, Boxy going in. Has the Hex, the Shackle, and with the Solar Guardian, they've got more than enough to get a kill again onto Pure. Quite the difficulty here for this Leshrac surviving. Searing Chains or Spike now. Ember fingered up and Nisha's dead. That's a 5-time spree going to GPK.
It might be Roche time now. Leshrac is respawning in 15. He got DP to an outpost.
Certainly is. I think you could say it 5 times fast, though.
Nisha.
Saves here.
He
Spike.
got initiated on.
Finger stunned, but the Solar Guardian, they have the Hex, but is it enough to even save him? Sonic Wave comes through. They end up trading, but Pure loses that Aegis. Pure's going to have a BKB, but do they have the control? No, he's going to get the BKB off. He'll look over at Mickey. They'll go to the Starbreaker. Saberlight backing away for a second. But now, finding GPK, the song, the BKB. Mickey needs to be careful. They're TPing out, though. Pure's leaving, and the rest of the team is going to leave. Ooh, they hit the Hex on a Miero. Serpent Wards, the Celestial Hammer, the damage onto Shadow Shaman's not going to be enough to get a kill, but they will take out Miero. Could have had a chance to survive and completely wipe that fight.
Sitting underneath the Yobs.
Yeah, under the Yobs, and now Hex, but another Solar Guardian's coming through, dropping down on a save. Who will Gale Guard, Force Staff, get away! Oh, Save surviving. Who can they find? Pure. He doesn't have a BKB for 19 seconds, but they need to try and find him. They'll hit the Hex. It's going to be on a Ketaomi, and they'll go get themselves a Naga Siren. But that is certainly not what they wanted.
Oh, Save could have died there if Saberlight somehow knew that he's still there.
Drums, Pike going into a Shard, so maybe we've seen this, we used to see this a lot more with Enchantress being more popular when Impetus and all that damage really did start to stack up. Miero spotted, but there's the Hex coming in from Save. They've caught Nisha again. Fingers, Sonic Wave, but there's the Solar Guardian to get the save. Pure still running from Saberlight. They give up on that chase. They focus their attention on the Ketaomi. They've also got Nisha low. He needs to Remnant away, but the blink forward from Mickey gets the silence onto a couple. They got the Hex. They go to the Guardian Angel. Now Shadow Shaman Yule's up into the air. They've got the split Earth down. They look for that Shackle. Ketaomi's going to be dead, but Pure with a BKB. Can he get the damage out? Miero's there with a Purification. The damage on a save. Insania gets the kill with the Impetus. GPK takes out Saberlight, but Mickey, he finds the jackpot and kills off Pure.
Even without using the Blade Mail there, you can still feel like this carry Quap. Oh god, they found him. Can he blink
Miero might be some help. It might even be the turnaround. Oh, Miero! Can you handle the Impetus, though? The damage. Ooh. God damn, that Enchantress hurts.
I believe there was one miss chance. One miss. A bit of a Kale action.
Save smoked up, looking for an opening. They're going to TP Pure forward. He'll try to find a stun. It's a lot of area denial, and there is the Earth Spike, the Finger, the Split Earth, and the Aegis, but the Sword Guardian, it's a little bit late. They've got the BKB from Miero.
Song to try to reset.
BKB, Celestial Hammer running away, but the stun's landing. It doesn't matter with the song out. They're trying to drain the mana. They'll go to another Split Earth. They got both racks. They'll look at Pure. Guardian Angel onto him. Other than that, the game really hasn't... the game started 70-30, 58-42, but they go for Pure. Solar Guardian and an Earth Spike from a distance, but save.
Oh, look at this damage.
The Sonic Wave. They'll get the kill on a save. They'll look for Pure, the BKB, but the damage is going to overwhelm him. No, it won't. They'll Song, but that gets a little bit wasted, and now blinks away from Miero. BKB, TP out. The damage onto him is not enough, and the TP away from the Naga Siren.
From the double Sunge, but it's whatever. Still gives you the tankiness.
GPK hexed. Oh, caught. That's a problem. Repel comes in from Miero, forced to drop down the Dream Coil. Now the Split Earth. That connects. Nisha taking a lot of damage here from Pure. They jump forward. These heroes just do not have the life, but the Solar Guardian dropped down right on top of Pure.
Pressure on Kataomi.
He's in trouble. The damage with the impetus. They get the kill to the Leshrac. The song is not in time. Liquid, they did not buy tickets to the concert, and they will ignore all the music. They go with the Remnant forward. Trouble. They find themselves saved. Mickey's going to die, though. He's got buyback. Pure doesn't, and now it might be time for Liquid to retreat.
They definitely do, but they want to chase. GPK, blink ready in 5 seconds.
Illusory Orb, curveball.
Off cooldown. He needs to blink in aggressively.
They all have blinks. They all have ways to go, and that's exactly what they show there. But Saberlight goes back in with the Starbreaker. They have the Hex. It lands under the Ember. They go to the Shackle. It's on to Save. Save survives. Fingers Saberlight, and now you've got the Enchantress in trouble too. Boxy, Saberlight, they're paying so much for this on Liquid. It looks like it's going to be another with Nisha dead again. Insania is the only one that ends up running away. They do not have Dawnbreaker. They do not have Ember. And the damage on Roshan, but they're going to go with... Is Mickey going to make the jump? Is he going to try for this? Aegis, oh, Sonic Wave, not going to get it. Now he's in trouble.
BKB off.
BKB, oh, the finger, Mickey! He got the kill on a save, but is that worth it? Song now on a both supports on the side of Liquid. Here comes
Mickey with the buy.
Solar Guardian, that's going to drop down. They'll look over and try to get the kill to Miero. Miero, though, is there with the help of Fury, goes to the Guardian Angel. The BKB is popped by Insania. Boxy's still surviving. They hit the Hex. They get the kill to Kataomi. They ball back on Mickey. They'll find themselves Pure. The damage with this Eye of Scotty as well as Mickey with the BKB.
The right
Saberlight, Boxy, Bolte, Kataomi buys back, but Mickey, he's got a triple kill taking out Miero.
Boxy's coming as well.
Out of the hands of Pure. They hit the Hex. They've got themselves a splitter, but it's not going to matter. The damage is there, and down goes the Leshrac. 20 seconds now.
Saberlight also has buyback available. Can come into the fight with Solar Guardian.
Dream Coil.
Snaps the coil.
Insania.
Boxy's also in trouble now.
Yeah, he jumped in to try and react, but gets away. No, GPK not letting him leave. The supports do not have buyback. GPK, he's the one saving this game, and they'll TP out on Nisha, but Mickey needs to leave because he does not have buyback. GPK is right on his tail. On the edge and on the brink of what you can pull off with this hero. They've got creeps pushing into the tier 4s.
Good
so if they hold him here, they might be in trouble about going back out of this, but GPK, he went for it, and now Pure, he's in trouble. They go to the song.
He got the bash.
Up 2, but Pure's in trouble with the Celestial Hammer on him and the BKB. They're trying to get the kill, but save or spike attempt. Sonic Wave not really going to do him enough, but they'll get the kill to Kataomi. They'll look for the refresh. Sonic Wave once again.
Mickey's dying. No BKB.
Oh, he's in trouble with the BKB, but they got themselves this Dream Coil. It pierces debuff immunity. Nisha's dead. Saberlight gone. They chased too far. They got tricked. GPK went back to the base, but he's here again. Insania. Oh, you survive long because you're untouchable, or so you think. GPK beyond godlike. They will have the advantage on the buildings. Dream Coil again. Remnant the Hex, but do they have the control? GPK has taken over this game. Boxy's still alive. Miero died to Nisha, but Saberlight, he bought back and he's dead again. Trying to use these couriers to pull these creeps off a little bit, but 40 seconds, no. Queen of Pain, how long are they willing to stay? Searing Chains, Ether Shocks, Illusory Orb coming through. They've got Dream Coil once again.
They're buying time.
They glyph, they back off for a second, but they still Want to try and get this to a game 3. One of their tier 4s is gone, and the creeps that are over in the base, they look over at Boxy. They should have the kill. The silence is there. They take him out. He's going to be gone for 80. There's the Hex here. Spike the Dream Coil. They've got the control to get the kill on the Nisha. Insane is the only one alive. The tier 4s are gone. The throne is exposed. They don't have themselves anything to stop this. The glyph is unavailable.
They can't stop it.
is called, and BetBoom, they take back game number 2 and push us to 3.
Oh man, we've seen some great comebacks, but this game was really back and forth. It was really hard to tell who's gonna win it, and GPK, he was the one who carried the team.
In that last fight, Mickey legitimately just blinks in and dies. And from that, it's the game. But either team having a player making a mistake like that would result in the game being over.
It will be an Ursa Bear.
Ursa, okay.
But,
I mean, I don't think they're going to pick Klinks, but that would destroy not only Klinks and the Beast, but this is a happy middle ground, I think.
Because if you go into Rage, they kind of expected this one to happen. And again, we're going to be seeing Katelmi on Nature's Prophet. They did one hell of a job in game number 1.
This is what I was expecting, the jump on the Nature's Prophet. I mean, yeah, you can go for a Lifestealer, but it's just so much easier to go for Kataomi. And they will look over at Pure. Would you see if Save would make the switch?
There it is. Blood Grenade. He's coming in.
Yeah, Nisha's in trouble. Nisha dead. Ends up losing his life to Kataomi. That's the real big success, and he will walk his way back up towards top. Miero's taking a lot of damage. But now Pure, they've got the snowball. They'll pull in the Dawnbreaker, and he is kind of going away from where Kataomi was coming in, and Pure is inside the Lotus Fountain, but running away from Boxy and getting enough space to survive. Just barely.
I mean, they could have gotten that kill.
Speaking of Save, Shadow Word and Fatal Bonds. Save goes for the Hex, but they're going to TP in this Nature's Prophet. No, he'll stop it for a second. They're still trying to get this kill. Boxy comes over, and GPK forced to Illusory Orb and Jaunt behind the tower. No movement here from Kataomi. He thought about TPing in, but just never really found the spot to commit to. And he's got some support, so BetBoom making sure that this puck survives, telling him he's got protection, King. Fatal Bonds come through. Wukong's command is used, and Senya ends up dead first. They'll focus their attention on the Miero. Saberlight comes in with the Solar Guardian. Primal Roar, Boxy dead. Miero's got a double kill, and now they're looking over at Nisha. Mickey blocked out. Sprout keeps him away from the fight. Dream Coil snaps. They'll get the kill on Anisha. There's the Earth Spike. 4 kills for the side of BetBoom Team.
For Bobbity team here.
Snowball very short. But the Balance Strike, they've got the shards. Kataomi here with the Sprout. They're going to TP in a +1 to save. Earth Spike on a 2. And now they'll look for the turnaround. They'll hit that Hex. They'll drain that mana. Illusory Orb over again. GPK is here. And they turn this one, that aggression from Liquid, they get punked on. And that is going to be more for BetBoom as they look for Boxy. They'll drag this snowball all the way towards Save because he has another Earth Spike ready to go. And that's another 2 kills for BetBoom. Nisha want the Battle Fury and probably +2 items for Mickey. We've seen a lot of Battle Fury BKB blink. GPK with the silence with the Waning Rift goes into the Dream Coil. Nobody else here. There is Solar Guardian available, but the Wrath of Nature flies through. Boxy's still moving forward, but it will be a regen rune over in the bottom area, and that is just going to be an Earth Spike finger to get a kill here for Save.
Maybe if Boxy was level 6 there with the punch, they would be able to land the stun, snowball.
Find somebody pretty deep in, and Kataomi goes forward and finds that Sprout, but the Celestial Hammer thinking they can turn this around. The Earth Spike and Snowball, they're going after Kataomi, but Mickey, he comes through. Walrus Punch takes out the Nature's Prophet. Fatal Bonds, is the damage going to be enough? Chaotic Offering comes in, Save's going to be dead. They'll look for more, they'll chase after Miero.
Miero has no boots.
But Boxy,
chase him down.
Do they have shards? They have Snowball in a second. They should be able to keep up with the Beastmaster, but GPK is here. Boundless Strike, Wukong's command. Miero looking for a target. GPK out of the fight. They cannot save Miero. That's going to be 3 dead. A good turnaround there by Liquid, but BetBoom, can they even think about jumping in for more? No Dream Coil available. Pure has Infest in a second, and these heroes on Liquid are moving forward. Snowball, Illusory Orb, Phase Shift going the other way. Now towards this Solar Guardian. GPK is going to be on the edge of it, but the Celestial Hammer and the Starbreaker, GPK gets caught.
He overextended. They stay there for way too long. Going on the enemy side of the map, but not bringing in numbers. Maybe they were a bit too greedy. Pure about to finish off his Radiant.
Save.
Need another 600 gold.
Snowball grief the tree, though. It doesn't look like it'll matter all too much in getting the kill on save.
Which is also silent, so you can't use your ulti. Great against Lion Stun, great against Roar. Fine casual Ogre Axe for now. Nisha is in.
Pure in trouble, but unable to get out of the Wukongs. With those kills, Liquid still down 2 kills. It's 9-11 with a 1k net worth lead for BB team, but they're trying to go in for a second attack. As they got that kill into Insania, and they'll look over as the
Good
Primal Roar
shards.
and the finger means they get the kill onto Nisha. Would be nice for them. Ursa lineups usually stay objective on Roche pretty early on, and they try to set it up where you get that Roche and then you go to the Tormentor. They go and hit the Boundless Strike, Solar Guardian drops down, and that is a dead Miero. Dream Coil is going to be dropped, but Ketheome thrown out in the Wrath of Nature. It does some decent damage, just doesn't do enough damage. Dream Coil is a lot of their lockdown, so BetBoom team can't really commit for more, and Ursa being unneeded continues to farm.
Test this Roshan.
McKay's going to go for it, but Ketheome immediately in. Those that Sprout, they know where he's at. Walrus Punch connects, but now they're going through. They've got the
Three-man stun.
Go, 3-man stun. Sword Guardian comes in immediately with the Fatal Box. Save his Deadpool supports out as well as Pure. TPing out as Miero. They have nothing to stop that. GPK is on the run. Nisha, Balance Strike in a second, but they just can't chase it down. They can go and get their prize, which is Roche.
Understanding when he needs to go in, needs to go out. And with Aghanim Scepter, it only, like the initial one connected onto one target,
Right.
but it lingers, it moves around, and it also allows you to get more heal. They're gonna get him. And they also managed to survive through this big timing on Beastmaster when he had Helm available.
Blink, Walrus Punch, blink in, Snowball connects, Solar Guardian's gonna come through, and Miero's dead. It's that duo combination, knowing that you have an option of a third
option,
if needed, yeah.
Also, Tag Team plus Ursa is an insane combo. Nisha, ready to jump in. SNY this time around. Very tanky on Monkey King.
Balance Strike with the Shard. Orchid, though, turn around. Now the Snowball save. Chaotic Offering comes in with a Fatal Bonds. Save, looking for an Earth Spike. They hit the Dream Coil. They get the kill on Anisha, but they're going to lose Ketheome, and now they'll look on the side of Liquid for anything more. Mickey looking to make the jump. 2 seconds till he's got that Earth Shock. And he'll jump on a save. The Walrus Punch is there. They've gotten themselves another, and Pure, he's not up on the high ground. He'll infest into the Tusk, who will pull him back towards the rest of his team. So Pure now needs to run, but the Primal Roar lands. It's onto the Ursa, who's got an Aegis. So they'll get that out of his hands, but they're still fighting against Saberlight. And now GPK, he'll lose Reorb, go after Mickey. They do not have any more lockdown, so they can't really get this Ursa, and they'll back off. He's got the Shard, and maybe he can kind of just stand there, drain this mana. But Pure, he just came down bottom, and
he's dead so quickly.
Just so dead. Boxing again with these jumps, with the tandem jump of Mickey and Saberlight, makes it so easy to get these kills. I've said it 1,000 times already.
Monkey King is very difficult to kill. Like, you're fighting close to the towers. Maybe they can try to make a move on Saberlight here, because they just saw a couple of heroes in the bottom lane.
Roared
Who
Coil,
has DP ready.
still alive, surviving, looking at save. I mean, all that was used to try and get a kill into the Dawn, but it just is not enough. Finger, Coil, all that, no.
Maybe a pickup before that, and that's exactly what they're doing. GPK, if he gets caught by a Basher, he blinked in.
GPK, oh boy, Earth Spike. Phase shift, but where do you go? Dream Coil is used, but it doesn't matter. Boundless Strike with the BKB. He goes to the other side thanks to the Shard. They'll find Ketheome, and they've got themselves a Chaotic Offering. That's 3 dead on the side of BetBoom Team. He'll Primal Spring down into the creeps. They will leave him, but the rest of the side of BetBoom Team was coming through that Twin Gate just in case he chased, but didn't give too much of a chase. The team is all together, and Nisha in on everybody. That was the wrong spot to go to. But now, can Pure get out of this? He's on the run. Snowball attempt is not going to catch up to him.
Infest in 5.
Celestial Hammer. Pure needs to stay near some creeps. There are none
there's
in
no
that camp. And now he turns the other way, knowing he needs to get to these Ancients, but they've got the Fatal Bonds on the creeps, the Shards. Oh, it doesn't matter. He'll infest. I don't know if that's going to matter, though. The Abyssal Blade is there. Pure's on the run. One more shot to kill him. He'll slow him up, but there's the Chaotic Offering just to get this kill into the Life Stealer. Shadow Word, and now the jump in. But Solar Guardian stopping that TP. Miero, Gale Guard, Primal Roar, Snowball, and the Shards catch him. So he's got the Walrus Punch, and they've got another kill. Liquid just finding BetBoom all around the map.
We're yet to see BetBoom take the full 5-on-5 engagement. It's been like a pickoff, save, Insania.
Okay, Zane, Chaotic Offering. They'll find Miero. The Fatal Bonds did connect him to save, but he's still dead. Take Miero's life. Save able to TP out. Orchid, well, they don't really care about it. Sprout around the two of them. It is a close quarters fight that Nisha is certainly going to win against Kethomi. He's juking around, and the rest of his team is actually going to join him in a second. They're all smoked behind him.
No Dawn ulti for 15. Maybe that's a kill.
Ooh, the Hex, the Roar, and they pop out of the Infest. They get this godlike spree out of the hands of Mickey. Don't zoom. No, zoom out. Oh, Walrus Punch. They will find Kethomi.
For the 13th time.
Yeah, that is a baker's dozen of kills. Popping the Infest, but now they're right on him. Earth Spike from a distance, and they will catch Boxy. He doesn't have buyback either. That could mean Roche for BetBoom in a crucial spot. Insania running, Blink, Infest, popping, and the finger again. Chaotic Offering comes through, but they'll buy back. Insania's gonna die, but they caught GPK. And they have got their hands on save as well as Pure. Pure, he's gonna have to try and rage, but he is not gonna get out. Despite all his rage, he's just a rat in a cage, surrounded by all of Liquid. Buyback on Lion, but that doesn't scare him.
They don't care about V's creep skipping. That banner was nicely planted.
Jump forward from the Ursa. Kind of on the assumption that maybe they just don't have the backup of GPK as well as Pure. The Primal Roar is used. They'll go to the Chaotic Offering. They've got the Solar Guardian and Miero. He's going to die. Balance Strike from Nisha. Jumps over to the back end. Looks over at Save, but the throne is exposed. GG is called, and Liquid will take the 2-1 over BetBoom.
And just like that, the game ends. Name a more iconic duo, BetBoom, and losing the games like that where they don't have buybacks available, and now Liquid at the dominant performance. This was their game in the bag throughout the whole game.